Hi there, thanks for tuning in again. It is already the start of August, so it's time to look back at July. And I don't have that much to say this month, so I think this video will be shorter, but I did say that last time as well, and I kept yapping on for almost half an hour. So let's see how this one will work, and now I would just say let's get started. Okay, I will really try to keep it a little bit shorter this time, and let's get started with my look back at my month at work. I mentioned in the past a lot that work was quite stressful the last few months, and this month was a little bit quieter in that regard, so not that much stress, but the work was still quite boring because I was continuing my work on updating old material, and there's not much creativity in it to just update old material with some new screenshots and stuff like that. So it was really tedious. It will stay tedious a little bit longer, but hopefully not for that long, but we will see. So that is my work update. So otherwise, there were 4 weeks since our last video, since the last video I have shared with you. So 4 weeks where I just give a little bit of a short summary. And week 1 started basically with a nice coming together with colleagues from work, because we had our summer party that was located not at our company's location, but somewhere in Berlin in a hotel with some nice catering and stuff like that. It was a little bit odd for when we talk about the catering, because there was, for instance, a pizza bar where you could just get pizza, but they were just not, I guess, ready for that amount of people that were coming in. It was quite slow. So if you wanted to have just one small slice of pizza, you had to wait in line for at least half an hour. So that was a weird planning situation. I guess the caterer will need to figure that out, how to do that better in the future. But that was not why we were meeting. It was all about just linking in with colleagues and getting together, and that was very nice. I have to say I almost was not going there, because on my way there I was on a little bit of an odyssey, because first off, it was located in the vicinity of a train station called Ostbahnhof, which is the East train station. And very, very, very close to it is also a station called East Cross, Ostkreuz. So both started with the word Ost. And I was going to the wrong one, which fortunately then I figured out when I was getting out and trying to get to the location, and my GPS app told me that I had to walk like 45 minutes or so, and I was like, what? That can't be true. So I then landed at the right station, but from there the GPS also gave me wrong directions, because I think at the webpage of the location that we were going, they put in like two different house numbers for the street, like 32 to 35 or something like that. And I put in the first one, and that apparently was in a completely different spot, a few kilometers away from the actual spot. So I almost went back home, because when I was there, I just realized I was at the wrong corner. I then decided to still walk there. It took me like another 20 minutes. In between, it started to raining, so again I was thinking, is that the world telling me to just go home? But I made it there, and it was a nice evening, so I didn't regret that. But yeah, that was a weird odyssey. And in the middle of it, I came across a road sign that I just want to share with you in a picture that I put on screen, because it basically was the same street going into two different directions at the same time. I've never seen that before. It is weird and very confusing if you have to go into that street. Fortunately, I didn't have to, but I still wanted to show you how that looked like. So then week 2, I was just going to the cinema. Basically, I was watching the new Superman movie, which was very enjoyable. And like I mentioned in the last video, I have not done much reviews on my review channel because I was just bogged down with all the things that went on in the world. So I'm pretty happy that I was able to create a review for that. And I did some more stuff on my channel since then. So I'm back up with that, and I'm on a good way, I guess, to just enjoy what's going on in my life again, even though the world is still crazy. But yeah, I also went to a new cinema because that one is the only one in Berlin that has an IMAX screen, and everyone was saying the movie needs to be seen on an IMAX screen. So I went there. And I liked the location. It's a nice movie theater. I've never been there before. All the seats have recliner seats. All the screening rooms. They have also some fancy stuff like iSense is one screening room is called iSense, and you have a better setup for the audio, so the sound is pretty precisely calibrated there. Another room is called Screen X, where you have one screen in front of the theater like usual, and then 2 additional ones at the side. So you basically, I think the movies are shot at the same time with 3 cameras or something. I can't imagine how that actually looks like and if that is something that you will see for the whole runtime of the movie. But yeah, I will check that out for sure also in the future. And why I'm checking that out is because that theater also offers a subscription. So you pay like $22 or so a month, and then you can watch as many movies as you like. And only for IMAX movies you have to pay a little bit of an extra fee. But everything else, like I mentioned, these iSense and Screen X movies, they're all included. So if you watch one movie on one of those screens, you almost already got your money's worth. If you watch 2 movies, no matter what, you already got your bang for your buck. And this month I already went for 3 movies, so I got my money's worth for sure. So I also checked what else is coming out over the next few months, so it will be worth it. But that's basically it regarding that. But also I can mention that this movie theater, which is an added bonus, is not that nearby, which doesn't sound like a bonus, but it also means that I have to walk a little bit more to get there. That involves a little bit of walking, which is good. So it will also entice me to walk more, which I did a lot actually this month. I will say more about that in a few moments, but yeah, I got some good steps in this month. Week number 3, I have nothing really much to talk about. The only thing, like I just mentioned, I walked a lot, and that week especially I got a lot of steps in. So that week, on 5 of the 7 days, I managed to at least be outside for an hour or 2 even on some days, walking around and just getting my steps in. So this month I'm back also on the track with being a little bit more mobile. Then we have week number 4, which is last week and the week that just ended with today. And that week, basically it started with my birthday. So birthday was on Monday, and the Sunday before I didn't walk that much. That was one of the 2 days that week where I didn't get my steps in that far. And so I decided to get outside after midnight, because my birthday started on Monday morning at midnight. And I was like, okay, I didn't get my steps in. Let's just go outside and see what's going on. Let's just have a night walk, which I haven't done in quite a while. So I decided to check out some nearby locations, especially like our small local high street, if you can call it high street. So it's not much going on even on a day, even in daytime. But I was curious to see what's going on there by nighttime, and there was nothing. Not even the little currywurst location that is usually open around the clock, and they made advertisements back in the day to even offer stuff at night if you are out at night. even they were closed. They apparently now close at at 6 or 8 p.m. already. I mean, it's good because otherwise I might have even been tempted to get something to just celebrate my birthday. But yeah, I also walked around a little bit further, and I even came by the local dive bar where I would have even considered going in, and so I wasn't even looking for it. But I was just surprised that was closed as well, just right after midnight. So it was surprising to see that even that dive bar was not open. So basically everything was closed on that street. But I got my steps in. I was walking around for about an hour, and then I was back home. And my birthday then I celebrated in a small way. I mean, you might know that all my relatives are located in different parts of Germany. My sister is here. It's the only one who is in town, and my mother. But my mother doesn't leave her apartment that much in recent time. So I was just meeting with my sister, which is also nice. And we went to eat something and then for a movie. So we went to Tony Roma's. I don't know if you know that restaurant chain as well. And had some nice, I had a steak, she had a nice piece of chicken breast, which she enjoyed. And afterwards we were at the movies, the same location as I just talked about, and we watched Fantastic Four, which was nice. I liked Superman a little bit more than Fantastic Four, but both movies were quite great. I might make a review for Fantastic Four as well in the near future, but it depends on time. I have another 3 movies already scripted that I need to film and then edit, so let's see. That is almost it. The only other thing to mention is that yesterday, so basically at the end of the last week of my coverage for this video, my nephew Chris with his family came into town. So they stayed with my sister. And so we went for something to eat together, and Chris and Alicia, they love Pizza Hut, because Pizza Hut is not available in their location because they live in a rural area. So every time they are in Berlin, apparently they want to go to Pizza Hut. So we went there. I was inviting them like a belated birthday invite thing, you know what I mean. So that was nice, and it was not the best for my weight for sure, but I mean, they wanted to go there, so that is where we went. Afterwards we were meeting at my sister's and playing some card games there. And also their oldest, they have 2 kids. Their oldest was keeping us a little bit busy with recruiting us to be in a band, I guess. But to let you know what I mean, here is a little bit of imagery for that.
Oh nein! Das war Zeit für viel.
Aber hau mir ja nicht aufs Handy.
Okay, I thought I'd keep it shorter this time, but we are almost at 14 minutes again. So let's go into the weight results. And as you can imagine, having the pizza yesterday didn't sit that well with me, and now it's getting windy. I hope you hear me. So I have a little bit of a spike regarding my weight from last month to this month. But the other values look pretty good actually. So it might not be that bad because yeah, I was walking a lot, and I guess maybe that is resulting in less fat but more muscle mass slightly. In between the 4 weeks, my values went up and down a little bit here and there. So it is not that much has changed from last month till now, except for the weight. But I guess that is mainly because of the pizza yesterday, and that might be that might be returning to a normal value over this week already. But yeah, so from last month, 116.4 kilo, which is 256.6 pounds. My weight went a little bit up. I mean, in pound, it sounds even worse. So it went up to 117.7 kilo, which is 259.5 pounds. So in kilos, it's just a little bit over 1 kilo, but in pounds, it's almost 3 pounds. So that sounds terrible. But like I said, the body mass went a little bit up from 33.6 to 34.0, while the body fat went down a little bit from 36.7 to 36.6, and the muscle mass went up from 28.0 to 28.1. So not much change, but at least it's still with a little bit more weight. My important values, the body fat and the muscle mass, were getting slightly better. Not great, not a great result for the end of a month, but it's fine. You know, I guess the walking still is coming in with these results and is showing, so that's good. What I also mentioned last time is that I want to go biking a little bit more, which did not happen so far this month. And the main reason for it is for the first 2 weeks, I guess I was a little bit lazy and didn't actually do it. The last 2 weeks I actually wanted to. Honestly, I actually was already halfway dressed for it. And then when I looked outside, it just started raining. And that was a repetitive thing that those last two weeks. It rained a lot. It was terrible. I could at least go outside with my umbrella and then walk a little bit, but for biking, no chance. So that is that, and let's see if that will change over the next 4 weeks. And with that, I just say, I hope everything you have planned for the next 4 weeks will come to fruition. Everything that you have planned for the last 4 weeks hopefully came to fruition. So I also, of course, wish you all the best for the future in general, but we are now looking at the next 4 weeks, I guess. And with that being said, I say as usual, stay safe, stay healthy, and thanks for watching.